Danielle, how you doing? Tim Log, how you doing? Hey, Doc, how's it going? Doc, my issue is still persistent, very uncomfortable. It's like every hour. It's like that is totally unacceptable. All right, so I was going over some interesting things the past couple of days, but came across something interesting today. Some comments on the line. Wait a second. SEP any good? Oh, FEPI any good? Currently returning 25%. FEPI. Now, I'm not 100% sure if you understand what that means, Jamie, because I find it very unrealistic. But I'll take a look at it. FEPI. Okay. First of all, it has no options. So I wonder if it has dividends. FEPI. Not in April, not in March, not in February, not in January. Okay, so I'm running a blank here. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. And get rid of that one. Let's go here, and we're going to go to Yahoo Finance. Now, this screen right here for you guys, it's going to be live on YouTube. You can go there. You can actually see what we're looking at. What time to do? Oh, still time to do APA again? APA. Most of my money is in TNA. APA, TNA. For 5 months swing, do you think it's relatively okay decision? All right, Chief of Commenting. It's an interesting name, Chief of Commenting. We'll take a look at that in a second. Zeke, 2000 I'm working here. Ooh, cool. It's 500 grand, honestly. Well, we'll take a gander at it. I'll give you my humble opinion. Okay, right now we're looking up. What one am I looking up? Hold on a second. Somebody said this company's paying out 25% FEPI. Well, we already know they don't pay dividends. We already know they don't have options. So I'm trying to figure out, where does he come up with the idea that they pay off 25%? Jen, how are you doing? FEPI. Rec Fang Innovation Equity. Okay, plus 2.5, blah, 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 blah. Their profile. Historic data. Okay. Okay, we look up at historical data. Hey, kill them nicely. Market is about to crash, they say. They've been saying that for the past 3 years. Okay, so, you can believe what you want to believe, which is perfectly fine. Dividends only. Okay, so January, February, March. Alrighty, so apparently somebody told me this really great advice that this company here, FEPI, was paying 25%. I'm not quite sure how they got that number, because when I'm looking at historical data and the historical performance, they paid 5 dividends. That's it. November, December, January, February, March. That's it. 5 dividends. How do you get 25% out of that? Well, the stock is $55. Interesting. That is interesting. But here's the thing. They've only been paying for 5 months. November, December, January, February, March. Now, although it may sound great right out the gate, how long can they sustain that? All right, and what are they actually doing in order to be able to have that kind of payout? So let's take a look at what actually stocks they hold. Okay, so they held Micron Technologies, AVGO, Google, Tesla, Intel, Amazon, Nvidia, Adobe, Salesforce, Microsoft. Okay, Their book shares 15 cents. Earnings growth, they have no earnings growth. Price per earnings, $2. Price book, 15 cents. Price sales, 13 cents. I'm not seeing how this could be that good of a deal. I mean, it only has 5 months worth of history. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, you guys, which one of you, that's funny. All right, so anyway, I don't see it. Okay, FEPI, yeah, don't see it at all. It's at 55 bucks. Yeah, they have a dividend every week. It's a buck something. Okay, a buck something times 12, that's 48 bucks. Yeah, that's if they can continue doing it. Hey, Al, how you doing? If they can continue paying out a $1.15, $1.20 every single month, maybe they can, maybe they can't. I don't know, but they've done it for 5 months. 5 months, in my opinion, does not constitute any type of longevity whatsoever. I like 20 years of increased dividends. It's a huge difference between 5 months and 20 years. But I have been wrong before. All right. Let's take a look at APA, and then we're going to look at TNA. Someone's got, you got 500 grand in TNA. I'm in an IRBT swing. IRBT. IRBT. All right, Guy, we'll take a look at that in a couple seconds. You said at 829. 829. All right. By looking at it this moment, it doesn't look that thrilling at $8. All right, so we're going to take a look at APA. APA Corporation, Apache. What platform do you trade on? This is Thinkorswim, which is on, Charles Schwab. Yes, Killam, it is the CPI. CPI report is tomorrow. Palantir is most undervalued stock. All right. Yeah, I don't use Fidelity. Sorry. Palantir. All right. I think we looked at Palantir before, and then I don't think that, what was it, the monthly, or they didn't have dividends? What one was that? I'm not trading TMRI CPI report. Oh, you're not trading tomorrow. Okay. I do trade futures. Do you know? Okay. That works. Kill 'em. All right, Guy. The 124, I got shares IPO price. Okay, Thinkorswim is a Fidelity app. I thought Thinkorswim is, all right, whatever. All right, thanks, Julie. Mara, good evening. Nice to see you again. Good evening, everyone. Fascinating football videos. No dividend on Palantir. That's why we don't do it. Oh. Okay, so Apache. ANGC. Nice. ANGC. All right, so let's take a look at Apache. We've got Apache up right here. Okay, Apache 3489. So we'll be looking at the 35s, and that actually works. Okay, take a look at the number 34.92. The closest strike price is the 35. Let's go for 38 cents. That is over 1%. Now we are still on a Tuesday. Yeah, Thinkorswim is TD Ameritrade or Charles Schwab. Put all your money into GME. It's going to the moon. Oh, Kevin, thank you for that. I can rest assured. I can go to bed now. Thanks, Kevin. FANG and VC are decent dividend stocks. Okay, the one I never heard of either one of those. Jennifer, what's the best time to buy a Dividend King stock to buy and hold for Roth IRA? Jen, that's a conversation I really can't give you the answer to. Can I retire now? And LY. I have no idea. I have no idea what your situation is. It's an interesting question. You need to put your PCs as a green screen so that everyone sees it. If it was a green screen, why would everyone see it then? I'm not quite sure what that means. Kill them nicely. You need to put your PC as a green screen so that everyone sees it. Okay, kill them nicely. This right here is being broadcast on YouTube. So you can actually go onto YouTube click on the 10-minute trade, and you actually see the screen. So when I start pointing, here's the high over here. I mean, here's a year ago. Here's the high of the year. Here's the low of the year. Okay, and this was today's. But Wade, good evening. MFA is a great dividend stock. Took message MS. Okay, TNA. All right, let's do TNA. All right, wait, we're doing Apache first. What chart platform are you using? It's Thinkorswim. Holy cow, 68. You guys got to like and share this thing because I don't like going bottom 50. Okay, now there was a couple of you guys wanted me to take a look at. TNA was one. MSGM. Ooh. MSGM. Never heard of it. MFA. Really? MFA. Wow. The guy's giving me this stuff. I never even heard of these things. Okay. You did Macy's today? Way to go, Wade. All right. So let's take a gander. Apache. All right. Apache a year ago was at 38.84. Right. She dropped down to 30.82, jumps up to the high of the year in beginning of September. Now that was 46.04. Bristol Myers Squibb is the last one I'll give you. All right, BMY. BMY. That's Bristol Myers Squibb. I actually have that one. I like Bristol Myers Squibb. Okay, from the top of the year on the 5th of September, she drops down. Now look at the bottom we got here. Okay, that's some pretty good support. All right, hits it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. All right, well, yeah, somewhere that area. So on the 2nd of February, 29.48. The 13th of February, 29.48 again. YouTube is a bit behind TikTok. Yep, it is. Okay, I got TikTok here. I got YouTube there, and I got Instagram there, and I have another YouTube channel down here. So I got 2 YouTube channels. Okay, I shut the Facebook one off because it was going absolutely nowhere. What stock is this? This is Apache, APA. Uh-oh, you guys, I'm letting you know now, if I drop below 50, I'm calling it a night, it's 57. Oh, you know what? If it drops below 50, I'm going to shut down and then reboot it, see if we can get some more people. 56 people is not a whole heck of a lot. Jeff Young, how you doing? What time frame are you looking at on your charts? Well, dog, I take a look at the 1-year chart. I take a look at the 90-day chart, 3 months, and I took a look at the 30-day chart. After that, I take a look at the seasonality. All right, so we'll take a look at that, and then we'll go from there. Okay, let's take a look at the last 30 days. The last 30 days, 30 days ago, okay, at this moment, old dog, this is the 30-day chart. 30 days ago, we opened up at 30.55. The high of the 30-day period was yesterday. Okay, Tyrese, cool beans. You're investing in dividends also. Way to go. All right, so nice escalation from the 30-day bottom to the 30-day top. Okay, it's Apache. What do we think about Apache? Well, we hit the 30-day top, and today was a little bit of a pullback, sitting at 34.89. Okay, so what does it normally do this time of year? Now, for that, we use the seasonality chart. For those of you who don't know what seasonality is, this is the blue line represents this year. This is the movement the stock has made this year. The red line represents 10 years worth of data. So what does it normally do? Goes sideways, dips down, okay, drops in April, shoots back on up, goes sideways. That's average movement over the 10-year period. It's 2014, 2015, 2016, so on and so forth for 10 consecutive years. Just give us the average. Okay, so let's see what it normally does this time of year. This time of year, it's plain to see. Okay, that is going towards the upside. So I like that. But that's only historical performance. Hey, LA Soundwaves, how you doing? We just started and I'm already 3 in the money. Okay, that's good. I believe. Down to 55. The countdown is here. I'm letting you know if I drop down to 50, I'm going to stop and start over again. See if we can keep it up over 100. Because it's kind of silly, only dancing for 5 people. Okay, back to the chart again. Okay, so here's where we are. The current price, the last traded price, 34.89. Okay, 34.88 is the bid. $34.92 is the ask. So tomorrow morning, I could buy it at $34.92, sell it for 35, and collect more than 1%. That's awesome. More than 1% is what we're looking for. Okay, so you have to ask your question. Do you like Apache? When does Apache pay its dividend? Well, here we go. APA. Apache pays its dividend on the 19th. Okay, not this week, but it pays it next week. Okay, next week is the week of the 15th, 16th, 17th. Okay, so Friday, that's a possible triple play for Apache. It's only a quarter. It's not a huge dividend. But then again, the stock's only 34 bucks. How do I pull up the calendar? Okay, Mara, if you are on Thinkorswim, if you have a Thinkorswim trading account, the very top up here, okay, it will say monitor, trade, analyze, scan, market watch, chart, tools, education, help. Okay, you want to go to market watch. Okay, the next line down will be quotes, alerts, visualize, financing rates, and then calendar. There you have it, calendar. So you can get paid early if you buy the stock close to the payout month. All right, what we're looking to do is see where APA is right here. This is where they're paying their dividend next Friday, which is the 19th of April. Okay, next Friday. Okay, so if I buy it tomorrow, okay, if I buy it tomorrow at the current price, $34.92, right? I could sell somebody the rights through what is called a covered call to buy it from me at 35, which is 8 cents more than what I paid for it. Now I know 8 cents doesn't sound like a lot, neither does 38 cents. It really doesn't. You know, sometimes you ask yourself, why are you investing for 8 cents? Why are you investing for 38 cents? Well, look at the dividend. People buy stocks just to collect a dividend, and the dividend on a $34 stock is only 25 cents. Okay, so if I'm buying it at $34.92, which is what the current asking price is, and I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me using a covered call, that means I sell a 35 call strike for someone to buy it from me for more than what I paid for it. That being said, I can collect more than 1%. Well, exactly what is that? Let's take up the calculator. Okay, my profit in this scenario would be 38 cents. Okay, what is it costing me to buy it? It's costing me 35.92. And that comes to a grand total of 1.05%. All right, so it's more than 1%, okay, for, 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? All right, so take a look at this idea. It's 1% for 3 days, fine. So what happens if it closes below 35? Well, fine, I'll take it into next week. What's happening next week? Next week they pay the dividend. The dividend is 25 cents. Okay, so what is the premium for next week? Well, at this moment in time, the premium for the 35 is 66 cents. Okay, so I'm getting 1% this week. More than likely, I'll get another 1% next week, and I'll be able to collect the dividend next week. So I'm putting APA on my list. If you guys know anything about my list, I write it down. And if I circle it, that's a good thing. All right, Mara, you're welcome. So that's APA. All right, 52. You know what? This is getting a little bit silly. There's not a whole heck of a lot of out here. Secretariat broke some rules today. Traded with Kohl's today for profit, lowering my coal standard by 50 cents. Okay. Secretariat, don't know. Do these expire automatically? Mara, it always depends on which one you sell. If you look at this one here, this one says 12 April 24. Okay, that's this Friday. This one's going to expire this Friday. This one here, it says 19 April 24. That expires next Friday. So it's always important to remember which one you are selling. So when you buy the stocks don't expire. You get to hold them for as long as you want. But options do expire. Do you have to own APA 60 days before the dividend? No, you can buy the dividend the day before the EX date. Where are we? Hold on. Okay, here's the EX date right here. Okay, that's the EX date. That's the last day the stock trades before the dividend's paid out. So I could buy it here. I could buy it here, 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 here. I could buy it any day before this day and qualify for the dividend. Got it? What's the date of record for APA? Well, that's an interesting question. If you come down to here, okay, symbol, APA, the dividend amount, the dividend announcement date, that's when they announce the dividend, the EX date, right there, the date of record, right there, and then the payment date. Hold on, I missed a couple questions. Gotcha, got you. JD, let's take a look at JD. Hold on a second. All right, we'll write JD. JD, that one works. Got it. Para, Joe, we'll take a look at Para also. P-A-R-A, Paramount. Yes, thanks, no problem. All right, Gallant, where is he? All right, will you still get the dividend even if your calls get exercised on the 19th? That's a good question, Julie. The options expire on Saturday. They don't expire Friday. The last trade you can make is Friday at 4 o'clock. Friday at 4:59. Sorry. The last trade you can make on a Friday is 3:59. At 4 o'clock, the market closes. The options expire on Saturday. I don't know why, but they do. Oh, Gallant, you want from Val. Let's go back. What did I miss? I missed some questions. Oh, I bought JD last week. No, it's down. Getting only 7 cents for a call. Joe, we'll take a look at that. Secretariat, meaning dropped my equity share cost from $25.50 to $25, sold the 25. That's a good idea. They call that dollar cost averaging. So if you're into it at $25.50, okay, and then you dollar cost average down to 25, that's a good thing. And sold the 25 calls, cool. So if I buy 1,000 shares before the EX date I collect, yeah, you collect $1,000, well, whatever the dividend is, okay? And let's find out. Just for the fun of it. Okay, clear. So you got 1,000 shares, and you multiply that by 0.25. So if you have 1,000 shares of Apache, that's the one we're looking at. 25 cents. That's $250. Simon, how you doing? All right, Gallant, you want to take a look at Para? Not Para. Hormel. H-R-L. Hormel is a dividend king. One of the good ones on the list. All right, Gallant. Terry Olson. Hi, James. Thank you for the invite. I guess you're on Eastern time. Yes, my dear. I'm on Bostonian, where we parked the car in Harvard Yard. TNA, it's been 30 minutes. All right, Chief, dude, really? Okay, these are the lists that people give me. Okay, as they come up, I put them in. Now, TNA's next on the list. Okay, it's not that I'm, shirking my responsibilities. I do them as they come. When people ask questions, I answer them. So as they come, they come. All right, did you buy Lowe's already? Which is week 4. Buddy Wally, yes, we did buy Lowe's on Monday. All right, so Mr. What's his name? Chief of Commenting is asking about TNA. TNA. Okay, well, TNA doesn't have a dividend coming up this month. Doesn't have one for the month of March. Doesn't have one in February. Not in January. No dividends at all? Why would we be looking at TNA if it has no dividends? TNA. Direxion Daily Small Cap Bull 3X ETF. Just interested in my opinion. How much do I need to get started trading? You can start out with a small amount. There's a lot of different strategies you can do. Alrighty. Well, it does have weekly options. That's a good thing. Alright. TNA, no dividends. It's not really on my list. I'm just taking a look at this for my opinion. Okay, so a year ago today, we're at 20, well, we opened up at 29.25. All right, jumped up to 41.51, dropped back down to the low of the year, 21.53. Now, we got a 42.22 pullback. I like the movement. It's predictable. That's a good thing. TNA, thought not action. Okay. 90 days ago. 90 days ago, we opened up at 35.53. Okay. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yep. Predictable. All right. So our 90-day bottom was 31.79. Okay. 90-day top was on the 28th of March. That was 2 weeks ago. Okay. And that was 43.84. Let's take a look at the last 30 days. 30 days ago, we opened up at 42.17. Okay, 42.17 30 days ago. We got our bottom here, looks like on the 19th, and then she shoots up. Gap down, but that gap filled rather quickly. Okay, so she's back to the upside. All right, so she's going back up to the upside. 30-day bottom on the 19th, 36.71. 30-day top on the 28th, 43.84. Okay, 2 days later, she just drops. The market maker just sucked away all your profits if you didn't take it. Your 30-day high. If you don't take your profits, the market maker sucks it away from you. Exactly what he did. And you're on a 3X ETF? Yeah, good luck with that one. Anyway, let's continue. She continued down to make a new soft bottom right about here. Okay, that's a 38.40, somewhere in that area. Okay, 2 days to the upside. 1, 2. Good opportunity to jump in. I like 2 days to the upside after a 30-day high. So your 30-day high here, she drops down, not a 30-day low, but a new low. Okay, then 2 days to the upside. Whoops, over this way. 2 days to the upside. Okay, so it's probably going to go up again tomorrow. So let's take a look at the seasonality chart to see what this thing normally moves, not knowing if it does have any. Alrighty, look at this. Now, historically speaking, you can see, historically speaking, it has a tendency to go up this time of year. Okay, so let's look at a couple of plays. Now, back here again. Okay, so it's sitting at currently $40. $40.34 was the last trade. 40, 46, 40, 48. Now, does anybody notice anything about those numbers? Okay, the last trade, 40.34, right? The bid, 40.46. The ask, 40.48. Both the bid and the ask are both higher than the last traded price. That's usually an indicator that the market maker is going to push it up tomorrow. Usually an indicator that the market maker is going to push it up tomorrow. It's not a guarantee, but usually that's his little tipping his hands. That's what they call it. Give a little bit of hint. Okay, so hypothetically speaking, he should be raising it tomorrow when the bid and the ask are both higher than the last price. Now, if we buy it at 40, 48, be 40.50, check out that number. All right, that is an interesting number. 40.48 with $40.50 is 122. All right, so let's take out our calendar. Calendar, you like that? Take out our calendar, our calculator. Whoops, clear. $1.22. We're going to divide that by the purchase price of $40.40. 48 cents, and that gives you a grand total of 3% for 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The stock just has to stay above $40.50. Okay, great. Let's take a look at the 40. Clear. Now, if I buy the Delance Procter & Gamble, PG. All right. If I buy the 40 is paying out $1.49. And the 39.50 is paying out $1.77. Okay, both of those are over 1%. Well, let's take a look at the 40. Okay, at the $40 strike price, you're losing 48 cents right off the top. So you'd be walking away with $1.01, and we divide that by the purchase price of $40. Now we already knocked off that 48 cents, so it's not even in there. So that's going to be 2.5%. EPC, Julie. EPC. All right, we'll get to that one. So TNA at 40 is given 2.5%. Okay, that's one strike in the money. So if the stock goes up, you make money. If your stock stays the same, you make your money. The stock can even come down and you still make your money. I like that one. It's a safer bet. You're one strike in the money. Now, what does two strikes in the money look like? Okay, we'll do the 39.50. Now, the 39.50 is going for $1.77. So that is $1.98. Yeah, that one's not going to work. Wait a minute, is that right? Okay, 39.50 plus $1.77 equals 41.27, and we subtract the current price of 40.48, and that gives you 79 cents. Divide that by 48. 40.48. That gives you 1.2%. Hess. H-E-S. All right, so you got at the money, $40.50, going to give you 3%. Okay, one strike in, the 40 is going to give you 2.5%. Two strikes in, the 39.5 is going to give you 1.95%. I'd go personally for the 39.5, but that's me. What do I know? Okay, but this one definitely wouldn't be on my list because it doesn't pay dividends. That being said, yeah, Joe, I get that. It's a 3x ETF. Yeah, I don't do ETFs, but somebody wanted me to take a look at it. That's my opinion. All right. So anyway, first two off the list. IRBT. Somebody said something about IRBT. I never even heard of them. IRBT. iRobot Corporation. How long have they been in business? Okay, not a problem. Alejandro, ¿qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? All right, no dividends for iRobot. That's a no. Yeah, dude. Whoever said about iRobot, you're in an 829. Let me give you a little bit of advice. It's a smidge. Okay, I have no idea what your position is, what your goals are, anything like that. But if you're in at 829 and it's sitting at 1022, it ain't a profit until you take it. Could it go up to 50? Yeah, it could. It's been at 50 before. Could it go to 40? Yep. It could go up to 100. It can go up to 1,000. However, it has no dividends, so it's not in my playbook. Okay, I don't look for capital appreciation, especially with a stock that goes from $50 down to $10 or down to $8. Yeah, that's that's quite a drop. ANGC. Is it sure it's not AGNC? Okay, because I have written down ANGC. I know who AGNC is, but I don't know who ANGC is. All right. I don't even think ANGC is anything. It is. Angeles Corporation. Okay. AGNC is agency investment REITs, $10. Yeah, that's going to be a no. MSGM. Motorsports games. Yeah, no. MFA. A REIT. I don't do REITs. It's a monthly. No. Bristol Myers Squibb. BMY. $52. That's a no. Why is it a no? The ask is $52. The $52 strike price is 26 cents. That's a 0.5%. Okay, so it's not bad, but it's a 0.5%. 52 people. Really? I haven't done 52 people since I started. My God, it's always been over 100. What is it? Today's Tuesday. What is happening on TV today that's competing with my wonderfulness? I know, this is going to my head. All right, BMY is a no. Now, JD, we actually have JD, so I'm kind of interested in JD because JD is actually paying up its dividend this week. Okay, and JD. JD was last week. All right. Look at that. AXP. All right, 48. It's time to call it for a night, guys. 10 o'clock. That's horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down, then I'm going to reboot. Okay, hopefully that'll bring in more visitors. It's 48. It's really not worth it. Okay, guys, let's see what happens. All right, I'm going to pee. All right, 3, 2, 1. Wave. Endonic. How's it going over there, Endonic? We're notifying you people that you're alive. Not a boomer joined. Clip Index. Jerry Freischner. Wade. How's it going there, Mr. Wade? Joined. Gallant's joined. Hesham. Well, let's see if we can get over 50 people again this time. I mean, that was just pitiful. Okay, more likes can attract more viewers. Keep it up. Well, let's see what happens this time around. 17, 18, blah, blah, blah. Great. Awesome. How you doing over there? Randy Fisher. Thank you for that. All right, so let's get started. We're looking at JD at the moment. So while everyone is joining back up again, let's see what JD is looking for. Now, JD, a year ago. Okay, Albert DeMonte. Nice to see you again. Yep. Okay, now we're at 42 again. 52. It's got to go a little bit higher, man, because this is valuable stuff. I like people to get informed of what they can possibly do. Safe, secure, predictable, 1% per week, 79. Okay, that's a little bit better. Not by much, but okay. All right, now, a year ago, JD was at 39.65. The high of the year was 40.69. All right. Now from there, she just drops and drops and drops and drops and drops some more. 50% drop, okay, to 2087, and that was the middle of January. The last 30 days, right there. The last 30 days, we had a 30-day bottom, and that 30-day bottom was 2378. Now from the 30-day bottom, we have 2 days, 2 gaps in a row. Okay, the 11th gapped up, the 12th gapped up again, and the 13th. Okay, you go from a 30-day bottom to a 30-day top with 2 gap ups in 4 days. That's freaking awesome. Okay, so you got a high at 28.55, sideways for a little bit, we dropped down, regrouped again, dropped down again. Monday was another low, but not a 30-day bottom, but still low enough. See, 237 is a much better number than 42. All right. Thanks, guys, for coming back. And thanks for all you new people for showing up, because we're going to show you how to make a safe, secure, predictable, consistent 1% per week with yours truly. Yay, the crowd goes wild. Okay, anyway. So 2 days. I like 2 days to the upside, but I already have JD. Okay, I got JD's dividend last week. We collected a premium last week. I collected a premium this week. And we're hoping that JD is going to be over 27 or 28, 27.50 by the end of the week. That would be great. But let's see. JD doesn't do quarterly dividends. No, it does not. JD does annual dividends. You'll see some companies pay once a year. JD was one of them. Some pay twice a year. Some pay 4 times a year. And some pay every single month. Every single month is pretty great, depending on what you. It all depends. This always depends on what it is you're looking for as an investor. Do you want monthly dividends? Do you want weekly returns? What do you want? This is options trading, not dividends, correct? Well, this is both, M. Myers. Okay, I actually incorporate dividends with options. This way, a worst case scenario, if the stock goes down, at least we're getting a higher dividend. COF, Capital One Finance. I like that one. We'll take a look at COF in a little bit there, Joe. Okay, so JD, I already have this one. Right now, the last trade is 26.65. That means we'll be looking at the 27s. Even JD at 26.65, the 27s are going for 31. So if this thing stays over 27, and look what 27 is. Okay, your 30-day high way up here at 28. 27 is just within reach this week. If it stays above 27 and you do this play tomorrow, you're going to get your 1%, and then you'll be back into cash on Monday. See, if your option doesn't hit your strike price by the end of the week, do you still keep it? Well, index, never, rule number 1, never buy something you do not want to hold for a long term. Okay, that means if you do not like JD, don't buy it. Don't ever, rule number 1, never ever buy something you do not like. Okay, because you just might have to hold it for a long period of time. Now, do I mind holding JD? I kind of do, because they only pay their dividend once a year. You know, I got my nice premium last week. I got my dividend. They've increased their dividends for 50 years or more. Okay, they're on my list, but the numbers usually don't work out. All right, so that's JD. JD actually looks good still this week. So if you buy it at the money, first thing in the morning for $26.65, you sell somebody the rights to buy it from you at 27, you still get your 1%. Heck, you even get it at 26 to 26.50. Okay, you still make 1% at 26.50, and the stock doesn't have to do anything. CHTR, Joe, that's probably going to be a no. BBVA, that's a no. CHTR sounds like an ETF, and so does an BBVA. BBVA. Now, when I say I like stocks that have 20 years or more of increased dividend payments, I don't know what those two are. So that was JD. Somebody wanted to look at Paramount. P-A-R-A. Let's take a quick gander at it. Johnson & Johnson. P-A-R-A. 1098. Wow. Nice. Let's take a look at Paramount. Okay. Paramount, a year ago, Paramount was at 21.50. A couple of weeks later, she high of 24. Now, that was the beginning of May. Big gap down, goes sideways. Okay, big gap down, goes sideways, drops, rebounds, drops again. This is where we are now. What I like to see was the high, Where's the low? Where was it a year ago? And where is it now? All right, CHTR is a Charter Communications. Okay, CHTR. It's on the list. Jason, I'll take a look at it. AT&T, I'll take a look at that also. All right. Low disk base. Close. All right. We drop down there. Now, our 90-day high, a 90-day time frame. 90 days, right there. 90 days. Abbott Labs is ABBT. ABT. ABT. All right. Our 90 days ago. Pepsi, come on, Gallant. You know Pepsi doesn't work. Okay. 90 days ago, we opened up at 1456. We had a 90-day high at 1568. You like Paramount? I actually have some Paramount. Trying to be positive. Gotta love it. Okay, our 90-day high, January 31st. Bottomed out. Waste Management is a good one there, Jeff. Waste Management and Macy's. All right there, Al. We'll take a look at Macy's. $10.12 on the 4th of March. Okay, from there, let's take a look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days. So 30 days ago today, we had a bottom, 10.97. Now, from 10.97, she goes up, a little bit of pullback. Up again, pullback. See that? 30-day bottom. Up, pullback, up, pullback, up, pullback. And look, we're searching for a new bottom over here. Because you have this big, huge high, and then the market maker's taking all the profits away from you. Okay? We're coming to a new 30-day bottom. 30-day bottom's over here, 30-day top, and we're trying to find another new 30-day bottom. Okay? Once it does find a new 30-day bottom, this baby's going to turn around and go back up again. Usually, because that's what stocks do. They go up, they go down. They go up, they go down. Gets to a certain point where you say, whoa, this is low enough, I'm going to jump in and buy some. That's what we're looking for. All right, 30-day high, 1380. Now that was on the 4th. Okay, that was last week. Okay, Thursday was down, Friday was down, Monday was down, today was down. Okay, we closed today at 1097. Okay, what does this stock normally do this time of year? Okay, this time of year, basically, looks like she's going to go sideways. Okay, so we're at the 9th, 2 weeks out is the 24th, right about there. From the 9th to the 24th, basically sideways. Now, that's only history. That's what it normally does, historically speaking. Now, what is it going to do? We really don't know. But ideally, it's good to have something to look at. Because, like, you know, you're driving forward, looking in the rearview mirror. So what does it usually do this time of year? Well, this time of year, it usually goes flat. Do you trade institutional order flows? Not really. Because they look at something totally different than I look at. Okay, institutions usually do trades for a time frame that's longer than I want to hold. I only want to hold for a week or two. That's it. I want to grab that 1% and move on. Okay, I'm looking for that 50%, safe, secure, predictable, consistent, all that kind of nice, neat stuff, 1% per week. Let me know if APA looks good or not. Okay, Joe, we already looked at APA earlier. I'm big in QYLD. Do you think about it? Well, QYLD is another ETF. Basically, it's just somebody throwing a bunch of stocks together and see what it does. They have a bunch of ETFs. That's all they do. Get a bunch of stocks, throw them together, see what it does. Is there any rhyme or reason to that? SPY is a definite no. Sorry, dude, it's not a stock. You know, it's an index. Okay, you're looking at everything all together, and it has no real rhyme or reason to it, and it doesn't pay dividends. I have SPY calls for tomorrow. What you think, man? No. You're clueless. So clueless it hurts. Oh, I'm finally glad somebody said it. Okay, someone who doesn't believe me. That's great. Okay, someone that believes that I don't see what I'm seeing. It's good. Thank you for that. I'm going to sleep better tonight. All right, next on the list. Okay, so Paramount at this moment in time, the last trade was 1097. Okay, the bid 1097, the ask 1098. Okay, so at 11, I can still get 26 cents a share. Now, 26 cents a share on an $11 stock is over 2%. But you have to ask yourself, do I like Paramount? 6% in 6 weeks instead of a year. Oh, Julie, you got 6% in 6 weeks instead of a year? That's awesome. And I'm glad for you. Glad you joined in. All right, anyway, that being said, I like Paramount because I like Paramount. The numbers just work. Okay, now would I own it all year long? Sure, why not? Okay, so next on the list would be Hormel. Who is this guy? I have no idea who's asking this question. I'm just nobody. Okay, I am that. Ooh, who knows who said that? I am that I am. I don't know. Does anybody know? Trev, how are you this evening? Okay, so the next one on the list is going to be Hormel. Now, Hormel is a dividend king. Dividend king, they've increased their dividends for more than 50 years consecutively. What does that mean? Well, that means year after year you get higher and higher dividend. Okay, that means through all the crap you've seen in the last 5 decades didn't affect Hormel's ability to increase the dividends to their shareholders. That's why I'm here. I'm here to make sure I get that safe, secure, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Hormel is one of them that gives it to me. So let's take a look at Hormel. 35.31. The 35s are going for 10 cents. That's a big bet. No. See, I think Wealthsimple pays 6% monthly, but not sure. I'm weighing all options. Oh, way to go there, Missy. I'm sure that part of the conversation wasn't for me, but you know, it's there, so I just want to see what it said. So Hormel, I don't like it because look at the number. 35.51. The 35 is going for 35 cents. If we subtract 51 out of there into negative numbers, the 35.50 is going for 10 cents. Not even worth it. Do you have a CFA? Who the heck is CFA? CFA. Victress US 500 Volatility WTD ETF. That's a monthly. That's a no. Sorry, dude. Don't do CFA. Okay, Hormel's a no. Procter & Gamble, another dividend king. PG. 156.77. Okay, yeah, that's going to be a no. Look at the numbers. Okay, the numbers just don't work. Sorry. I love Procter & Gamble, don't get me wrong. Oh, CFA is a certification. What kind of certification would you like me to have? No. Like the certification, CFA. No, I don't have a certification. What do I need one for? I can get a third grader in here to tell you that says 156. Okay, 156.66. I can get a third grader in here to tell you that, oh, Procter & Gamble. That's up, that's down, that's up, that's down. What does a certification have to do with that? That's up, that's down, that's up, that's down. If you need a certification, I can't help you out. Sticks, nice to see you again. Thanks for coming back. All right. So it's no for Procter & Gamble. EPC, Edgewell Personal CA. Never heard of them. It's a monthly. That's a no. SIG. Okay, it's a monthly. Okay, I don't know if you guys have been here long enough to know that monthlies just don't work. They just don't pay the money. Reuben Newton Edison, again, no dividend. Okay. EPCs, no. Hess. Gas stock. Can't find. Oh, HES. No two S's there. HES. Hess Corporation. Okay, 163. Okay, that's going to be a no. Missy, how much can I make weekly doing this? 1% per week is our goal, Missy. My goal is a safe, secure, predictable, consistent 1% per week. So whatever you have, okay, if you have 100 grand, just move the decimal point over 3 spaces. You're looking at $1,000 on 100,000, 1% per week, which is about 50% per year. No guarantee. Yeah, no guarantee at all. Just a target. Yep. Okay, so Hess, 163.82. The closest one is a 162.5. It's not even. It's nothing. It's not worth it. Yeah, Missy, if you want to chat about it, DM me with your number. I'll give you a buzz. We'll chat about it. Okay. Now, but be leery because there are 12 other people pretending to be me. All right. Hess is a no. Capital One Finance. Ooh, I don't know if you guys were here for last month, but last month Capital One Finance was awesome. ABT, Abbott Labs. We have Abbott Labs on the list. We'll take a look at it. DOMA, D-O-M-A, D-O-M-A. All right. Capital One Finance, 143.52. Ooh. 144. Yeah. No. It's just not working out this time. Cash sitting on the side is 5%. All right, Jonathan. You make 5%. I'm making over 50%. I can't help you out, dude. Okay, 144.43. Closest one's 145. 95 cents. That's not even. That's a little over what 70% of no 0.7. T is starting to trend downward. Okay, we'll take a look at Mickey D's. Is going to be a no. Next on the list, CHTR. CHTR. Charter Communication. Okay, 282. Yeah. All right. 282. The 280s are going for 115. That's a no. CLX. We did CLX this morning. I've been doing this for 6 weeks. Hey, Al, look at that. 2.72, 2.5, 3.8, 1.4, 1.28, 1.6, and Al, what's that 0.53? Al, you're doing great. Really. That was awesome. All right. Charter raising prices by 40%. CLX. CLX. Okay, so you're under the assumption I know what Charter is. I don't. McDonald's doesn't have a premium. Okay, no. Blame WBA and Macy's. Sorry about that, dude. Sorry, Al. I mean, look at the other weeks you got. 2.7, 2.3, 3 point something. What do you think about Natty right now? I have no idea who Natty is. Okay, is that somebody you know particularly? Do I need to know that person? O is a no. O is monthly. It does not do weeklies. NG. I have no idea what that is. Hey, James. Does it work with Costco? Costco's a no. Okay, C-S. Oh, no, C-O-S-T. Okay, now this is the reason why, natural gas. This is the reason why I don't do Costco. $700 a share. I don't do anything over 250. Oh, UNG. We'll take a look at UNG. But Costco, no, I don't do Costco. Look at it. Okay, 475 last year, went up to almost 800, and now it's down to 718. 718 a share. Yeah, no thanks. That's a little bit pricey for me. Okay, however much money you think I got, I don't have Costco money. I really, honestly, don't have Costco money. But does the rules apply? Oh, does the rules apply? That's the question you want. 719, delete that. 720s, yeah, no. Take a look. Why? Okay, right now it's going 719.85. The 720s is the closest. 720 is paying 490. That's a little over 0.5%. So yeah, the numbers work, but it doesn't work. The equation is the same. How much are you profiting? How much is it costing you? And what kind of return are you getting for the week? Okay, that's just a little bit over 0.5%. You can get 0.5% from companies like Hess, IBM, AT&T. Why would you want to go $700? $700 to zero is a long fall. From $30 to zero is less of a fall. It doesn't hurt as much. Thanks, James, for all the great teaching. Love learning for our morning group and the TikTok. Hey, cool beans. Oh, bonjour, bonsoir. Comment ça? Wait. Bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va toujours? Gotcha, makes sense. Fast, F-A-S-T. F-A-S-T. All right, so we're jumping on to BBVA. I've never heard of BBVA. BBVA. Blanco. Monthly, that's a no. Merci, c'est vous. C'est magnifique, bonsoir. AT&T. Okay, AT&T. Ooh, look at that big drop. I like seeing big drops on big companies like this. Comme ci, comme ça. HSBC. Tu peux... Non, bon. Ok, je ne parle français toujours, bonsoir. Mon petit cœur. What are we looking at now? HSBC. That sounds like another HSBC. Sounds like an ETF. Très bien. Très bien, bonsoir. Yeah, très bien, bonsoir. Okay, dividend stock talk. Oh, how about DVN? DVN. All right, enough of those. Let's wrap these up. WST. Okay, so AT&T, 1692. 1692. So look at the 17s. That's a no. Sorry, no to AT&T. Abbott Labs. ABT. 11, 12, 112, 113. Yeah, no. Sorry, Abbott Labs. 112.44. The 112 doing for 96. No, not even 1%. MO Altria. 2 pill any bon. Oh, BMX. Oh, I've never heard of BMX. JPM, JP Morgan, Abby, ABBY, and BMX, BEAMX. I never heard of that one either. Et tout en Quebec. Yes. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Can we see your screen? Why is T a no? Okay, well, M. Meyer, this screen right here is being broadcast on YouTube. Okay, so you can go to the website, the 10minutetrader.com. Hold up a second. 10minutetrader.com, that's my website. Okay, I've had that for like almost 15 years. Okay, all these little dots here. YouTube channel, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, LinkedIn, Patreon, TikTok, books by James, all the books I've written. YouTube Live, click on that one, and that will bring you to this live episode. You can see the numbers on your own computer. Merci. Oh my goodness. Merci beaucoup. No, merci. Okay, thank you. Merci. All right, where was I? Back here. Okay, so Abbott Labs is a no. Pepsi, no. All right. Merci, Paul. Okay, we're going to do BMX in a little bit. I'm currently in a position with stocks that doesn't have dividends. Is that a bad idea? All right, new guy, I honestly cannot tell you what is right or wrong for anyone. Okay, 100% honest. I do not tell people what is right or wrong for anyone. I'm just sharing my thoughts on my strategy. Now, this strategy was created for my 9-year-old daughter. It had to be simple, it had to be safe, it had to be predictable, and it had to be consistent. Okay? Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way she can lose. So we had 5 rules, 5 simple rules. 1, never buy anything you do not want to hold long term because you just might have to. 2, never sell at a loss. 3, 20 years or more of increased dividends. Why? Because if the stock goes down, we want to get higher and higher dividends. We want to have some kind of income coming in. Okay? Weekly options. And then make sure the numbers work. Now, I've been showing you the numbers how I do it. So I cannot tell you what is right for you because I don't know you, I don't know your situation, and I don't know what your goals are, what your dreams are. I know nothing about you. Okay, so if you really want my humble opinion, DM me with your number. I will call you and we can chat. All right, M. Myers, you're sitting in your sauna. You know what? You suck. I used to answer my phone. I remember when they first came out with the headsets. You know, with the little headsets you wear them and they were cordless. Yeah, I remember when I first came out with those. I was sitting in my hot tub, just answering my phone, and I had a little desktop right there on the side, and I'd answer all my calls back then. It was cool. You're buying calls on high dividend companies. Be the goat, V. No, that's not what I'm doing at all. I'm buying good quality dividend stocks, and I'm selling a covered call against them to collect a premium, which gives me 1% per week. Okay, that's my goal. Safe, secure, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Okay, it works very nicely for me. If you don't believe me, you can always come back here. Wait, here we go. Hold on. To the YouTube channel. Go to the YouTube channel. It's always fun. Now, click on videos because you want to see the videos. Then you want to look at the oldest video as I got. Okay, my oldest videos. I'm going to get a kick out of this one. Okay. Now, this is my daughter when she was 11. I taught this to her when she was 9. Okay, we actually had a calendar on a whiteboard because they didn't have the stuff available. What does that mean? That means every single day you can buy a different stock because every single day there is a different company paying out dividends. Yeah. Go ahead, laugh it up. Okay, she was 11 years old. I had to keep her entertained because she wanted to do what I was doing. All right, so that being said, okay, it had to be simple because she was 9 years old. Had to be simple, had to be safe, had to be predictable, had to be consistent, and there's no way she can lose. So we had those certain rules. Sell covered calls. It's not called away, and you get the dividend still. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. What beginning stock for covered calls do you recommend? Okay, Automate Your Money University. Ooh, dude, you gotta DM me. We can even chat. Seriously, DM me with your number. We'll call. I'll call you. Is there an upcoming Dividend Kings list? All right, Galage, aren't you on? You're on the morning calls in the mornings, aren't you? I'm pretty sure you are. That list gets sent out every Sunday, and those are the lists we trade for the week. So for you guys who don't know, we have a small group that meets. There's about 24 of us that get together first thing in the mornings. Okay, as soon as just before the market opens, we take a look at the stocks that are up for consideration. Now, these ones that you guys give me, okay. Now, anytime you guys suggest a stock, I'll take a look at it. However, okay, this was what you guys give me every night. Okay, this list. These aren't on my personal list. Okay, I have a personal list that I've collected over the last 20 years. Okay, here's my list right here. Here's one of them. Most of these companies are over 100 years old. That's that. Okay, another list I have. Okay, the Dividend Aristocrats, 25 years of increased dividends. That's my list. There's another list. My newest list. I just came up with this last night. Last night and this morning, I was working on this one. Next one. Right. Oh, here's another list right here. Okay. These are my stocks. Okay. This is your stocks. These are the ones that you guys suggest. Okay. SPY is not on the list. Seriously, dude, it's not on the list. OZK is on my personal list. Now, there's a reason why Spider is not on my list. Number one, it's not a stock. Number two, it doesn't pay a dividend. Okay, and I don't know why you keep asking me to take a look at Spider. Okay, Spider, SPY. Okay, there you go. Reason number three, I don't buy anything over $300. Why would I? Okay, 3M is on my list. Yep, I carried 3M for, I think, 12 weeks at the beginning of the year. Nobody cares. We're asking you to go over it. Okay? Nobody cares. This is my opinion going over it. It's not worth my time to get over because it's $500 a share. No, thank you. We may be in this just because you're not. Okay. Absolutely. Works for me. Altria, MO. Spider does pay dividends, but not a stock. Yeah, okay, I got that. Pfizer, PFE. PFE. Yep, Pfizer's on the list. Don't waste your time with people who don't get it. Thank you very much. Mara, no dividends. Okay, got it. Pfizer is on the list. Yep, CNR. CNR. Okay, that being said, what's next? I can definitely get dividends on SPY. Oh boy. All right. You can do whatever you want. Seriously, you can. Okay. My trading strategy, my channel. I don't do stocks over $300. I don't see what I'm clear about that. Is ARK, Ben, and AGNC on your list? ANGC. No, neither one of those are on the list. I mean, the list is up and coming Dividend Kings. Yeah? What's your opinion on Mara anyway? I think she's very nice. because Mara is a stock, it's also a person here in the audience that I did have a conversation with this afternoon. Okay, Marathon Digital Holdings, 1794, 18. Ooh, I like the numbers. Price is irrelevant, market cap, all that matters. I'm going to disagree with you. Okay, now is it okay to disagree with you? Now, what I mean by price does matter, because price is going to be indicative to how many shares I can get, and also going to be closely related to my profits. Okay, so if I buy it at a certain price and I can't get the profit I'm looking for, then why would I buy it? So yeah, price does have a big thing to do with it. Hey James, I said waste management earlier and you wrote it down. Can we go to that one? Yeah, we're going to get there. Where is waste management? Check it out. Waste management is right after Pepsi, and we're doing Pepsi next. Okay? What's the easiest and quickest I can join your list? The quickest and easiest way to join the list is go to the bio right there. And go to the 10-minute trader, and right there, join the live group. Okay, that'll take you right to the Patreon. That's where you sign up. Okay, Patreon's right there. Let's get back to the charts. Okay, so we're going to look at Mara, because Mara is okay. Mara is up now. We're going to take a look at Pepsi. Then we're going to take a look at Waste Management, and then Macy's. So it goes Mara, Pepsi, Waste Management, and then Macy's, and then Signet. Okay, so let's look at Mara. All right. Mara. Okay, there's no dividend this week. No dividend last month. No dividend the month before. Mara has no dividends, so that's a no. Thank you. Okay, so Mara is a no. Sorry, dude. Don't get me wrong. I mean, look at the numbers. The numbers look great. 1794. Okay, 1794 is the price you can buy it for. The 18s are going for 65 cents a share. But where is your backup plan? Okay, if the stock goes down, you're not collecting any dividends. So why would I buy it? Pfizer, yes, Pfizer is on the list. Where is Pfizer on the list? Yeah, it's close to the bottom, dude. Pfizer's way down there, so you're just gonna have to chill. AA is not on the list, but it is now. AA is on the list. All right, next on the list is Pepsi. Pepsi, then Waste Management. Now, Pepsi is usually a no. PEP. $170. Okay, so 170.80. So the closest one is going to be 171. Doesn't have a 171, so the 170 is 145. Take 80 cents off there. It's not even 65 cents. Not worth it. Just a question. I've been doing my expirations 30 to 40 days out instead of a week. You know what, Michael? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if you check the math, now the reason why, all right, Michael, the reason why I do weeklies, it is easier to get an idea where the stock is going to be in 3 or 4 days rather than 30 to 40 days. Okay? Let me just zoom in real quick. There, okay. Okay, this is the last 30 days. Okay, see the chart? Let me move this out of the way. All right, last 30 days. You got a 30-day bottom here. Okay, she goes up, a little bit of pullback here. Then she gaps up and keeps on going to the 30-day high. All right, you got a 30-day high here. All right, now from your 30-day high, you have 5 down days in a row, 2 up days. Okay, now you get 2 up days here, and your 30-day high is here. Okay, so it's really easy by looking at this right here to get an idea. Where's it going to be in the next 3 days? Okay, the next 3 days, it looks as if this is going up. Does that mean it is? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means it looks like it is. Because you have your 30-day high, okay, and then your profit taking. Okay, that's all profit taking there. Now you get 2 days to the upside. Because there's only 2 people in control of the numbers. Okay, that's the market maker, and then there's us, the buyers and sellers. We buy when we think it's too low, and we sell when we think it's too high, or when we're taking profits. So here, it is easy to see in the next 3 to 4 days where it's going. Okay, from here, it's really difficult to figure out where's it going in the next 30 to 40 days. Now, if you're selling 30 to 40 days out, I'm assuming you're doing monthlies. Now, monthlies, the premiums aren't as good as the weeklies. But again, all right, I'm selling time, which is Monday to Friday. Okay, and I get that 1% per week. Okay, that makes sense. I was looking at where EX dividend date would be to have EXP after EX dividend, expire after dividend. No. I like to get out before the dividend, and here's the reason. Hold on, let's go up here for a bit. Let's go there. Let's go here, and let's put in no. Okay, here's AT&T right here. Okay, that's January. I don't want January. Hold on. Okay, that's today. AT&T was today. Let me get something else. Hold on a second. Procter & Gamble. There we go. All right. Looking at Procter & Gamble right here. The dividend is going to be $1. All right. Now, we're here on the 9th. All right. So if I buy Procter & Gamble, I can collect the premium for this week, and I can collect the premium for that week and the dividend, but there's the chance right here on Friday that the stock could go down because the dividend is paid out. Because as soon as the dividend is paid out, the stock has a tendency to go down. So I don't want to have Procter & Gamble in this week. I would prefer to have it in this week here or this week here and catch my 1%. CHKU, okay. All right, hold on, I missed that question. That makes sense. All right, I'm glad that makes sense. All right, let's get out of here. And let's go back to, what are we looking at? All right, so Pepsi's going to be a no. All right, now you've been waiting all this time. Waste Management. Now, I like Waste Management. 206. Hey, Waste Management is going to be a no. Sorry, dude. Wasn't that quick? You waited all this time for Waste Management, and it's a no. Why? 207.26. The 207s are going for 70 cents. Okay, I didn't even look at the price. Okay, look at here. From October to where we are now. That's awesome if that's where you got in. And if you got in anywhere here and you don't take your profit, that's on you. But the numbers here don't work. Okay, at 206, I'd like to get at least a $2 premium. And this is only offering 70 cents. That's like 1/3%. Okay, no, I don't do. There's too many other good quality companies that pay a better premium, and they fluctuate all the time. Okay, now I usually always get into Lowe's every quarter. I got into the first quarter. I got into Lowe's again in the second quarter. Okay, I'm into Lowe's again. I actually own Lowe's again. Okay, we're in week number 2. Okay, Lowe's has a dividend in week number 4. All right, Juice World the Goat, I'm assuming. Hi, how are you been? I've been fine. All right, anyway, PNC. All right, next on the list is Macy's. Just to let you guys know, Macy's has been one of my favorite companies this year. Maine, ED, XR, XF, BCE, or ILO. Are any of those on your divvy list? Oh, yeah. I think only one, Ford. Sorry, dude. Okay, Maine, I think that's a monthly. ED, that's a monthly. XRX, never even heard of it, so most likely it's not on the list. BCE, never heard of it. Rio, I've looked at it before. I believe it's a monthly also. Ford is the only one that's on my list, dude. Sorry, Jonathan. All right, so Waste Management is a no. Xerox. Now, Xerox has a ticker symbol, and that's not it. So let me know what the ticker symbol is, because I think Xerox is on the list. Signet, SIG, 103. Okay, now, you've been waiting for one. That looks good. Look at the number here, 103. The 103 is going for $1.10. Damn it. Because once you take the 12 cents off of there, okay, then you're down to 98 cents, and it's not a buck anymore. JEPQ, that is an ETF. Okay, JEPQ is an ETF, and that's a no. JP Morgan's is coming up. What is the issue with monthly? All right, it's not monthly dividends, dude. It's monthly options. Okay, monthly dividends, yeah, they're okay. Okay, they're not very predictable, and they're not consistent with their increases. But I don't do monthly options because monthly options just don't pay. Okay, I look for a certain return on a weekly basis, and monthly options just don't do it. XRX is Xerox. Oh, okay. Xerox is a monthly. Okay? Monthly. No. Sorry. All right, we're on Signet, SIG. Can we already say no to Signet? Yeah, 103.12. Okay, the 103s are going for $1.10. Once you take that 13 cents off, then you're at 98 cents, which is less than 1%. I don't know. DOMA, D-O-M-A. Never heard of it, D-O-M-A. Yeah, DOMA Holdings, that's a no. Maybe DIG for next week. DIG, you mean SIG for next week? On weeklies beyond. XRX is not on a good path. Okay, SIG for next week. All right, we'll take a look at SIGs for next week. Okay, Signature, or Signet, 72.57 a year ago. Okay, bottomed out at 56.88. Got a triple top at 109. See that? A triple top at 109? Okay, so we know what the high is, 109. 3 times he couldn't go past it. All right, so last 90 days. 90 days ago today, $100.10. All right. Goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up. Nice movement. Ooh, look at that big gap down. Ouch. 90-day bottom, 86.31. Now, last 30 days, 30 days ago today, Signet was at 98.09. Okay, went up a little bit. Big pullback, big gap down. Okay, and that down was 86.31. Now, for 86.31, lots of space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days to the upside. Okay, from the 30-day drop, 7 days to the upside, 2 days down, 3 days up, and we get some pullback. That thing looks like she's going to go up again because that's the motion she's going. She's going in that direction. Okay, so the 30-day high was 109.17. So we're sitting at 102.08 at the moment. So 102.08 was the bid. Sorry, 102.08 was the last trade. The bid, 101.16. The ask, 103.12. Okay, so the 103 for next week is going for 225. Take that 12 cents off the top, and you're walking away with 213. All right. Clear. So 213. Whoops. 213. Divide that by 103, and that comes to 2%. Can I check beyond? BYND. All right. It's 10:30. We got another hour to go, so most likely I will get to that. Okay, so there you go, 2% if you buy it and you sell next week's. And then you just have to wait and see what it does next week. Okay, is it going to go above 103? More than likely. Analyze SBNY. Never heard of it. SBNY. All right, we'll take a look at that in a little bit. Greetings. Hope you're getting prepared for the upcoming global currency reset bank crash. I Open America. I am. But, I don't see it happening for the next, 12 to 14, 16, 18 months is what it is. I mean, coming eventually, who knows what's going to happen. Okay, we might just end up keeping cash. I mean, Brits got to keep their pound. Okay, they tried to force them to take that what do you call it, the euro, but Britain said nope, we'll keep the pound. Bank run is over. BAC needs a PB. Sound like Calvin. Well, if you think about it, the British pound has been in since the 40s. So hasn't the U.S. dollar. Okay, the U.S. dollar is king of the hill at the moment. Okay, so yeah, they'll bring in another currency, but do you really see the U.S. dollar going away? I mean, it was an interesting article I read. Why cash is better than a card. Okay, now here's the thought. You ready? Let's say you have a $50 bill. You take that $50 bill and you go to the store and you buy $50 worth of groceries. Now the grocery store owner has a $50 bill. If it was a credit card or debit card or anything like that, that grocery store owner would have to pay a percentage, 1.3% or some kind of percentage. So that $50 bill is not worth $50 anymore. However, he could take the cash and take that, and then he can go to the barber and get his hair done with that $50. It's still $50, okay? Now, the barber can take it. He can go to the grocery store and he can buy his groceries and he can use it for, and it's still $50. And then that person will take it, go to the gas station and buy $50 worth of gas, and it's still $50. So that $50 can be changed around over and over and over and over and over again, and it will still be worth $50. But if I took my debit card and went and paid $50 on my debit card or my credit card to buy my groceries, okay, the person receiving that is not receiving $50 anymore. Okay, and when he takes whatever that left over and he spends it, that person doing it on his debit card, he's not getting. So by the time you go 6 or 7 or 8 people's deep, that $50 is down to what, 40 or 30? Yeah, so you're better off just doing cash because everybody gets their fair share with cash. You know who doesn't get anything with the cash? The bankers. Aren't they screwing enough as it is? So if we stick to the cash and don't do that debit card, credit card crap, because it's all being taken out a little bit at a time. Isn't that inflation though? Actually, no, it's not. I loaded up with lead on. Okay, if you think about it, gallons, all right? So if I use my debit card to get gas, right? I'm getting $50 worth of gas. However, the person I'm giving my $50 from, they're not getting $50. They're getting $50 minus whatever that fee is. If it's a debit card or a credit card, they have to pay to use that. Okay, now he takes that, whatever's left over, and he goes spends it and pays some bills. And then he goes spends it, and then he goes spends it. If everybody uses a debit card or a credit card, okay, that original $50, by the time it gets to like 8th or 9th, 10th person, it's not $50 anymore. But a $50 bill going from one person to the next person to the next person to the next person to the next person, it will always maintain that $50 value down the line. That's why cash is better than a credit card or a debit card. What about D's? The fee goes to the bank, so technically the money is still there, but not with the consumer. Yeah, I said that. To the consumer, if I'm spending $50 on a debit card to get gas, okay, I'm getting $50 worth of gas. But the gas station owner does not get $50. He gets $49.30 or whatever it is, really small amount. But the $50 I just gave him is only like 49 and change. And then he takes that, and then he goes buys groceries. And he uses his debit card, and then a little bit more is taken out. And then he takes his money, and he goes and he takes it, and then a little bit more is taken out. Then a little bit more is taken out. Then a little bit more is taken out. But if you use cash, a $50 bill will stay consistent from one person to the next person to the next person to the next person to the next person. The $50 bill never changes value. That makes sense? Good idea to own the bank, and that takes a percentage of. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still use my debit card and my credit card, because my credit card I get cash back rewards and I pay it off at the end of the month, so I don't have to pay any interest. But not everybody does that. The tax man gets it all in the end. Yes, he does. They might not understand the processing fees. Okay, it doesn't matter. A processing fee is a processing fee. Okay, so again, the same thing. A $50 bill, an actual $50 bill, will never change its value. Okay, but 5.00 on a debit screen or a credit card screen goes from one screen to the next, and as it goes from one to the next to the next to the next, it slowly loses its value because everybody using it gets a small percentage taken away for the use of that system. That's all I'm saying. That's why cash is better. All right, let's move on. That's politics. I really don't want to get into it. DOMA makes it Clorox, CLX. D's is on the list, okay? Unfortunately for you, D's is on the bottom of the list, okay? Because, you know, I do them as they come in. Get the SBYN, my friend, if you want to see your analysis. I have no idea what SBYN is. All right, that's a very interesting thought. In theory, a debit goes to zero at some point. Yeah, exactly. A debit on a credit on a screen, after it goes from one person to the next to the next to the next, it'll slowly go to zero. But a $50 bill will always retain its $50 status from one person to the next person to the next person. SE, exactly. Who is SE? All right, right now we're on Clorox, CLX. Well, enough of the economics. CLX. 144.30. Ooh, I like it. I like the numbers. Okay, check it out. 144.30. 144 is going for 210. So if I take that 30 cents off, I'm still getting 180. That's over 1%. Okay, and that's one strike in the money. I love one strike in the money. It's always the best. Every time a penny changes hands, it pays 33% tax plus 7% local tax, taxing generation machine. Yep, probably. That's why cash is king. Cash is always will be king. So I got to remember that from now on. Cash. All right. Clorox. Clorox, CLX, is a dividend king. They've been in business over 100 years. One of the safest companies out there. I don't think there's a single person here who doesn't or never heard of Clorox. Clorox is like a household name. Oh, you know, get me some Clorox. They don't say go get me some bleach. They go get me some Clorox. We all know who Clorox is. All right, anyway. A year ago today, Clorox was at 157.30. You got your high of the year and beginning of May at 177.93. She drops all the way down to the bottom of the year at 114.82. Now, she finished out the year last year right around 143 area 90 days ago. Okay, 90 days ago, we opened up at 141. We had a 90-day bottom at the end of January. Okay, a couple of weeks later, we got the high of the year, the 2nd of February. Okay, and that was 158.89. Your profit taking, look, it took about a couple of weeks for that profit taking to finally finish up. And then she shoots up again, challenging the high again. Okay, she drops down. It takes a long time from the previous high. Okay, that's a long time. That's 1, 2, 3, 3.5 weeks to find the bottom. And then she shoots up in a week, pulls back, up again, pulls back. Here's the pullback I want to look at. Okay, this current pullback we're in right now. So let's take a look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days. Here we go. All right, 30 days ago today, we opened up at 153.99. Okay, BA Boeing, yeah, no, Boeing's in deep crap, not even worth looking at. Besides, we don't have enough time to look at Boeing. Sorry, dude. I got all these to go through. From here all the way down. We're not going to be able to get to Boeing. Sorry. We'll CLX. All right. So from the 30-day high, it was 2 weeks to the previous 30-day bottom on the 22nd, and that was 140.45.70. Okay, 4 days to the upside, 153.88, before she finally went and took her nosedive. Okay, she took her nosedive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days to the downside. Okay, so 7 days to the downside. Here we are now at a new 30-day bottom. Okay, you got 30-day top here, 30-day bottom here. Dividend King, been in business for over 100 years. They've increased their dividends for more than 5 decades. Not 5 days, not 5 weeks, not 5 months, not 5 years, 5 decades, over 50 years. You got a company that's been in business for 100 years. Clorox, we're always going to be using Clorox. Clorox looks like a nice entry then. Yes, but not at the moment. Okay? I like to see, because you're here and you want to call the bottom. Go ahead, try to call the bottom. I don't want to try to call the bottom because I could be right, I could be wrong. I want to see 2 days to the upside. Okay, because stocks do two things. They go up, they go down. Okay, and it's us, the buyers and sellers, who decide when it's too cheap. Right now, we don't think 144 is cheap enough. Are the 3 good dividend stocks for retirement people to invest in? Geopasa? All right, I really can't tell you that question because I can't answer that question because I don't know what your situation is. All right, and I don't do that. So you're new here, okay? You're new, so you don't know what we're doing yet. Okay, I have a list of 150 stocks. I rotate them. I buy them, grab 1%, get out. Buy them, grab 1%, get out. Every week, I'll have 4 or 5 different stocks in my roster. I'll buy them, get 1%, get out. Okay, well, just, hey, don't run off. Just sit back and listen, see if this makes sense. Right here, this is Clorox. Clorox has been in business for over 100 years. At this moment in time, okay, it's going for 144.30. If I buy it at 144.30, sell the 144s, I can get over $2. That means I get over 1% just to buy it and hold on to it. And that's a week. Cool. Glad I'm now following you. All right, well, I'm going to be here for another half hour. So just watch, see what it does, see if it makes sense. So you buy before the EX date and sell after. Not quite. I buy before the EX date. Okay? I sell it on the same day. See, I buy it and sell it on the same day. See, I buy it on a Monday. I sell the option. It's called a covered call. Okay, so if I buy it first thing tomorrow morning at 144.30, okay, I would buy the stock for 144.30. I would turn around and sell somebody the option to buy it from me. It's an option. They don't have to if they don't want to, but they have the choice to buy it from me. And for that privilege, they are going to pay me $2.10 a share. Now, that $2.10 a share is more than 1%. And that's just for the week. Okay, so if the stock stays where it is for the week, I get that money, and then I get to go back into cash the following Monday and pick another stock. Okay, because I love Clorox, I do, but they only pay their dividend once a quarter. Now, there's 4 quarters in the year, so they look at Clorox 4 times a year. Now, I bought Clorox in the first quarter. More than likely, I'll buy Clorox in the second quarter. And then I'll take a look at Clorox again in the third quarter and again in the fourth quarter. So if I can get a 1% from Clorox this week, next week I'll pick up something else, grab another 1%. That's 1% a week. That's over 50% per year. Okay, now if 50% per year sounds okay, sit, chill, relax, and just watch how it goes. I'm here every night at 9 o'clock. All right, so I like Clorox. Clorox is a good thing. And I'm going to write it down. Oh, it's already written down and already circled. All right, so I don't have to write it down. All right, that's Clorox. UNG. All right, 1589. Okay, 1589, we look at the 16s, and that's over 1%. All right, look where it is. You aren't making 50% per year, though. Yeah, I'm making a little bit more. DJ, how's it going? SLV is good too. We don't have enough time to look at any more this evening. But I'll write it down to maybe we'll look at tomorrow night. All right, do the record man. I love it when people question me. All right, whoops, wrong one. Here we go. Okay, do the record man. You ready? Okay, here's my trades for the year. Okay, trades for the year. Week number 1, okay, 2.12. Week number 2, 1.3. Week number 3, 0.85. Week number 4, 0.9. Week number 5, 1.03. Week number 6, 1. Why can't you believe it? It's right there. Look, every one of my trades. Macy's, KeyBank, 3M, Emerson. Okay. Week 6, 1.6%. Week 7, 1.9%. 3M, Macy's and Key. Okay. Week 8, 2.3%. 3M, Mosaic and Macy's. Week 9, 2.32%. Macy's, Hewlett-Packard, 3M. Week 10, 4.6%. Macy's, Hewlett-Packard, and 3M. Okay, I can keep going up to week 14, which was last week. Last week was Paramount, Macy's, JD, Albemarle, and Macy's. Yeah, I did Macy's twice last week. And last week it was 1.5%. Addicted to what? Where are we going? I missed some of these questions. What is the best way to follow the blank? I don't believe it. Well, dude, I can't help you if you can't believe it. All right? I can show you, but you don't believe it, you don't believe it, you know? It's like you can't see the forest for the trees. You put something right in front of you. You can't see it. I can't help you out with it. Okay? I was just pointing out this one right here. UNG at 1589. Okay? Look at the numbers, because I'm not making the shit up. Okay? The numbers is right here. 1589. If I buy it tomorrow, 1589. The closest strike price is the 16. 16 is the closest strike price, and it is going for 21 cents. Okay, not a huge amount, but let's take out the calculator. Okay, if the profit is going to be 16 cents per share, okay, and it's costing me $15.89, I divide it by how much it's costing me, $15.89. Then I'm collecting 1.0069%. Okay, that's over 1%. Okay, now if it stays above 16, I will collect an additional 11 cents, which is the difference between the purchase price of $15.89 and the strike price of 16. Okay, so if I add the 11 cents onto the 16 cents, let's clear this up. Okay, the 16 cents plus the 11 cents. Okay, now my profit is 27 cents per share. Okay, the purchase price is still the same, $15.89, and that equals 1.69%. Okay, so as much as you don't want to believe me, okay, this is not my numbers. This is the trading platform with Charles Schwab. It's called Thinkorswim. The last trade, 1585. The bid, 1585. The ask, 1589. Volume, 7.8 million shares. The opening of the day, 1586. The high of the day, 1608. The low of the day, 1543. These aren't my numbers, okay? If I buy it tomorrow morning, this is what I'm going to pay. If I buy it tomorrow morning, sell somebody an option, covered call, that's where you buy the stock, you sell the option, at 16, I collect 21 cents a share, okay? The numbers are right there in front of you. Whether you believe or not, it's up to you. I make a safe, secure, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Okay? You believe it or not, don't really care. Really, honestly, I don't. I just read the numbers. If it makes sense, it does. If it don't make sense, it don't. If you don't want to believe it, don't believe it. Okay? I got nothing to prove to anybody. I'm just here sharing this stuff for free. You want to hear it? Fine. Don't go somewhere else. Really don't care. Okay, that is Addicted to Cards. Do you have a website? Yeah, come right up here to the bio right here, right where my face is. You tap on that, and that will bring you to the 10-Minute Trader, which is my website. Okay, I've had this website. You can check it out. How long has this website been in existence? You'll see it's been there, almost 15 years. Okay, a couple of videos. Right here is my live trading. If you want to click on there, we have a live trading group that trades every morning. My social media, YouTube, books by James, because James has written some books. Okay, 13 of them. I'm on book number 14 at the moment. Back here again. Okay, live YouTube. So if you actually want to see my screen here, it's broadcast live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, LinkedIn, Patreon, TikTok, all that kind of nice neat stuff. And then my 2 trading accounts that I share with everybody. I share all my trades. This account here, account number 1, started out this year at 117,000. I've taken out 12,000 so far because I live off the interest. Account number 2 is 100,000 cash, 100,000 margin. I do not suggest anybody do margin unless you understand the risks involved in doing margin, because that's borrowed money. That's not my money. That's borrowed money. When you borrow money, you actually have to pay interest on that. But all the trades are there. Okay, every single trade from beginning of January, which was January 2nd. Okay, very first trades I made was Macy's, General Motors, Ford, and CVS. In that account. This account over here, the first trades were CVS, General Motors, Southwest Airlines, Comcast, and Ford. Okay, this account over here made 2.38%. This account over here made 2.12%. First week in January. Second week in January, this account made 1.3. This account made 2.5. They're all there, all the numbers. You believe it, don't believe it. I really, honestly don't care. Really. I'm just sharing. You want to hear? Fine. You don't? Fine. Do you release trades right as you make them? Only to the people who are in the trading group. Other than that, they put up on Wednesday and Thursday. His loss. You don't have to prove it to him. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. Hi, Apple, please. Lily and Darth, you guys are back again. I didn't see you last night or the night before. Wait a minute, the night before I was at the hospital. Yeah, wife had an issue. We had to spend all night. We had the whole night in the hospital. Didn't get out of there until 2 in the morning. Anyway, Lily and Darth, nice to see you again. We'll look at Apple. Unfortunately, Apple won't be able to look at today because it's 11 o'clock now, and I already have a list of people that were here before you. Sorry, when I do it as people throw them out there. Due to my, not, what did he say? Whoops. I'm missing all these questions. ALB, nice juicy dividend, blah, blah, blah. Apple, please. Have you heard of QQQ? Yeah, I don't do that. Why are you mad, though? I'm not mad. People seem worked up. I don't know. Can you do EXA? Not tonight. Have you heard of the quarterly theory? Carl, sorry, have not heard the quarterly theory. Not a hater. Sure sounds like he's a hater, though. Did you see the bond question? No, I did not see the bond question. Winner 86. Carl, he does the covered calls, companies, blah, blah, blah. Thank you there, Winner 86. I guess he'll be always picking up, sticking up for him. Thanks. Yeah, Winner 86, he's been here for a long time. He knows what's going on. Can you do one example for us? Your explanation is so hard to understand. Jim, I don't know, because I don't know if you said this before, Jim, because another guy named Jim said the same thing. It's hard to explain. Now, this strategy was created for a 9-year-old little girl. I showed you the picture of her. Right, this is my daughter when she was 11.
Hi, this is Andy. As you being part of my internet website club thingy, which my dad doesn't like me calling it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're gonna be.
Yeah, well, this was created for her when she was 9. She wanted to know what Daddy was doing. Daddy was trading stocks. She wanted to learn. So the challenge I had, being 9 years old, it had to be simple. It had to be safe. It had to be predictable. Consistent, and no way she could lose. That's the 5 criteria I need to meet in order to teach a 9-year-old how to trade stocks proficiently. So here was the rules. Rule number 1. Never buy a stock you do not want to own for the long term. Rule number 2. Never sell at a loss. Rule number 3, must have 20 years or more of increased dividend payments to the shareholders. Number 4, weekly options. Okay, has to have weekly options. Rule number 5, make sure the numbers work. What do I mean by make sure the numbers work? Right here. If I'm buying it at $15.89, okay, and the chart says it's an upward trend, because we look at the 1-year chart, the 90-day chart, the 30-day chart, and then the seasonality chart. We get 4 charts. If all 4 charts say yes, and the numbers work, that's all there is to it. Okay? First of all, UNG, is it a good company? Do you like it? If it's on your list, then you must like it. Otherwise, it shouldn't be on your list. Okay, now when I say on your list, what do I mean? Okay, this is Warren Buffett's list for the month of April. Warren Buffett, you know him. Now, if Warren Buffett buys something, do you think it might be good? Well, let's hear some. Mondelez, USB, GEO, which is Globe Life, American Express, MasterCard, Bristol-Myers Squibb, Verizon, AbbVie, Procter & Gamble, Bank Mellon, Ally Bank, Aon, DHI, Siri, and Wells Fargo. That's just for the month of April. That's Warren Buffett's list. To me, personally, it's a no-brainer. Okay? If it's good enough for Warren, it's good enough for me. It's on his list, fine, I'll buy it. However, everything else has to work out right. What do I mean? The 1-year chart, the 30-day, the 90-day chart, the 30-day chart, the seasonality chart. And then the numbers. What do I mean by the numbers? What am I buying it for? Okay? It's not my number. This is number that's posted by the market maker. Okay? The bid and the ask. That's posted by the market maker. I get no control over that. If I'm buying it for $15.89, I can sell somebody the right, not the obligation. That is a covered call, a call option. I sell a covered call at 16. So whoever buys it from me at 16, they have the right, but not the obligation to buy it from me the moment I put it up for sale until it expires. Now this one here that I'm looking at, okay, 12 April 24, that expires Friday, expires on Saturday. But the last trade you can make on it is $3.59 on Friday. Okay, and if I'm collecting over 1%, which the 16s are going for 21 cents, that's over 1%. There you go, 1% on UNG. And this is just one stock. I have 150 stocks to look at on a quarterly basis. 150 stocks on a quarterly basis. There's only 66 trading days in a quarter, 13 weeks. Okay, out of those 13 weeks, there's only 66 days. So you have 150 stocks trading within a 13-week time frame. That's 5 to 10 stocks per week that I look at. Now, I don't have as much money as you think I do because I can only buy 4 or 5 stocks a week. That's it. I take all my money and I separate it. 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%. And I buy that. Now I manage 5 accounts. Okay, I only share 2 with you guys. Okay, I'm a nice guy, but I'm really not that nice. Okay, this is a simple, safe, predictable, consistent strategy for 1% per week. 1% per week is over 50% per year. Believe it or not, really don't care. Really, honestly, I'm just showing you the numbers. Showing you the numbers, bring up the calculator. If they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. Rule number 1, never buy something you do not like and do not want to own for a long period of time, because you just might have to. Rule number 2, never sell a loss. Rule number 3, make sure it has 20 years or more of increased dividends. Rule 4, weekly options. And Rule 5, make sure the numbers work. That being said, now, Jim, I just showed you an example. UNG, okay? It's at 15.88. Okay, the 16 is going for 21 cents. That's more than 1%. The question you need to ask yourself is, do I like UNG? Do I mind owning it? Do they consistently pay dividends? And do those dividends consistently increase? And can I make a weekly cash flow from it? Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, you want an example? There you go. Next one on the list, we're taking a look at FAST. FAST. Fast Terminal is a no. Why? Monthly option. Yeah, monthly options. I don't do monthlies because they just don't pay. Sorry, they just don't. Okay? Why would I want 2 or 3% per month when I get 1% per week? Okay, I'm missing some of these questions. Sorry. I bought Fingerhut 20 years ago, just found out they went private, got 100 shares. How do I sell them? Well, if they went private, you have to sell them to whoever owns it. Sorry, that's just the only way there is around that one. Corbin up. Apple covered calls, please. All right, like I said, I have too many to look at. I'm not going to be able to get to look at any more other than what's already on the list. Apple didn't make the list today. To sign in early tomorrow and jump in Apple. Look, when you started, how much money did you start with? Well, you're broke, dude. Oh, now that hurts. Rodney, I've never heard of you. So how would you know? Who gave away my secret? Oh no. Really, Rodney? Apple getting shorted currently? Probably is. Is covered calls mostly what you do? Basically, yes. This trading strategy here, now remember I said I got 5 accounts. I share 2 of them with you. The 2 accounts I share with you are basically covered call accounts. The other ones, they're not. They're a little bit more advanced. Again, Giopasa. Again, the data is the data. He's being pretty transparent. Hey, Giopasa. Muchas gracias, senor. Oh, thank you. Back again, Lillian Darth. Okay. How do I see those trades? All right, Jordan. Okay, up here in the bio, right here, where my face is up in the top left corner, you click on that, and what you're going to see is a link going to the 10-minute trader. Okay, the10minutetrader.com. Okay, the10minutetrader.com. Slide on down. The trades are at the bottom of the page. Okay, first week, second week, third week, fourth week, fifth week, so on, so on, so on, so on, so on. Okay, let's take a look at one more thing. Hold on a second. Pictures. Stock market. Here we go. 2021 trades. Okay, from 2021. 2022. 2023. And then there's 2024 also. Blah, blah, blah. All that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. All right. Anyway, those are all the trades. I got nothing to hide. So, you know, believe it, don't believe it. Totally up to you. Do the numbers yourself. Draft. Hey, nice of you to show up. No worries, right, Lily? All right. Where on the site are you seeing fast terminal as a monthly versus weekly? All right, Bo. All right. FAST. April, 19 April 2024, monthly. 17 May 2024, monthly. 19 July, 16 August, 15 November, 17 January. There's no weeklies there. These are all monthlies. All right, so I don't do monthlies because they just don't pay. Oh, do recommend. Irrelevant in return calculators. Oh my goodness, why do I bother people like you? What broker are you using? This is Thinkorswim. This is a platform, Thinkorswim. It's through Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab bought out TD Ameritrade. Is TradeView a good app to do this? I have no idea who TradeView is. Okay, now, options take a minimum to learn. No, not really. I see. It's in the chain. Thanks, no problem. I like Fidelity over TD. Jonathan, you know what? I've never used Fidelity. Okay, I've used TD Ameritrade. Didn't like it. Okay, I've been trading since dial-up modem when they first did online brokering back in the late 90s. Can you talk about how you borrow from a broker? Oh, Jordan, if you need to ask that question, that means you're relatively new and you really shouldn't be doing that. Okay, that's my honest opinion. If you're asking that question, you don't know how to do it, you shouldn't be doing it. Scott's Trade, yeah, I used Scott Trade when I traded. When I first started, it was $125 to get in, $125 to get out. Do you invest in bullion? Not at this moment. At this moment, bullion does not give a 50% per year return. That's a storage of wealth. You can't accumulate wealth that way because gold goes up and gold goes down. How do I find weekly stocks? Right now, I'm looking at stocks like MPLX, but those are long term. Thank you for explaining what you do weekly compared to what I've been doing 30, 40 days out. Yep, I calculate the same way. You got it. Bullion was 21, 22 buys. Okay, now I'm assuming when you mean bullion, you mean gold or silver bullion. That's my assumption. Now, if you buy a brick of gold and sit it on your counter, you don't get any cash flow from it. Okay, I'm collecting 50% per year. Yes, Plat 2. I have no idea what Plat 2 means, but okay. But, as I was saying, bullion, you get no cash flow from bullion. But it's good to have. I'm not going to agree with you. Okay? Now, if you walk around with a gold bar in your pocket and you go to McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's or Starbucks or even to the grocery store, how are you going to spend that bullion that's in your pocket? It's not practical. Okay? So at this moment in time, where is AA? Alcoholics Anonymous? I really don't know. That you probably Google the closest AA to me. Sorry, dude. AA on the list. All right, we just did FAST right here. FAST. AA is not be able to get to it tonight, dude. Sorry. Yeah, I know who AA is. Alcoa. I'm just giving a hard time, but AA is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10th down on the list, and it's 11:16. No possible way. I'm done at 11:30. Next on the list, HSBC. HSBC. 46, 42. That's a no. See, 41.60. The closest one is going to be the 42. The 42 is going for 5 cents. Pretty quick. So somebody want to look at Devon, DVN. All right, 52.40. 54.20. Okay, 54.20. Yeah, that's going to be a no. The numbers just don't work. Okay, WST is a monthly. That's a no. Altria, MO. Somebody want to look at MO? 42. That's a no. Okay. 42.37. The 42s. Nope. JP Morgan. 200s. Ooh, well, guess all right. See, the numbers work for JP Morgan. The numbers do. Okay, 197. Okay, the 197.50 is going for 335. The numbers work very nicely, JP Morgan. Okay, however, look at the chart. The bottom here. Look at the escalation. There's profit taking there. Look at it all. Look at all that profit taking. Well, potential profit taking. Now, you got to ask yourself a question. If it went from 135, okay, so it's at 135 a year ago, okay, and then in early November, she goes from 135 and shoots up to 200. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 months. It shoots up in 5 months. $60. That's almost a 50% increase in 6 months. That's 10% per month. Do you really think that nobody's going to start taking profits off of that? So although the numbers work, okay, the chart doesn't. Okay, the numbers work, the chart doesn't. Because I'm not putting my money into a company that is highly susceptible to profit taking. Okay? Doesn't share the full list. He's nice, but not. Hey, Draft, you got that right. I'm nice, but I'm not that nice. Okay, if you join the morning group, you get the list 1 week at a time. Okay, 1 week at a time, and you get to ask me any questions you want 5 days a week. 5 days a week. All right. So if you're thinking, all right, that is it worth your time, money, and effort to jump in and get 1% per week, safe, secure, predictable, and consistent for someone who's been doing it for over a decade, fine. Yeah. But if not, you got a long way to wait to get from this way. Very soon, Jonathan. All right, joined, blah, 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 blah. All right, how I learned to read a chart if it works or not. I want to learn more. Okay. Geopasa, does he share his list to the Patreon subscribers? Absolutely, Geopasa. Geopasa. It sounds Italian. Geopasa. Yes, basically, but honestly, you don't need it if you understand the strategy. Yeah, there you go, Draft. You really don't need me. It's really not that. Okay, remember, I taught this to a 9-year-old. Safe, simple, predictable, consistent. Okay, never buy something you do not want to hold long term. Okay, never sell at a loss. 20 years or more of increased dividends, weekly options, and make sure the numbers work. It's really not that difficult. My daughter was 9 years old. She was averaging 5% per month. That's really not that bad for a 9-year-old. All right. So it's noted JP Morgan. No JP Morgan. Abby. A-B-B-Y. A-B-B-Y. Never heard of that one. Abby Inc. Okay, that's not even a penny. That's not even 1/1000th of a penny. Yeah, that's a no. Okay, now my French fellow is asking for BEAMX. B-E-A-M-X. I never heard of it. And it has no options. See that? He waited all this time and it has no options. Pasadena, Geopasa. Yeah, okay. Listen and hope he doesn't get distracted. Yeah, I get distracted easily. I'm sorry about that, man. You know, I have ADD in a bad way. Pfizer's next, PFE. PFE. Pfizer. 2675. Ugh, 26, yeah, no. Okay, yeah. No, the numbers don't work for Pfizer. Not this week. Which broker do you use? I use Thinkorswim, which is part of Charles Schwab. No worries. I appreciate it, as that's how I learned. Yep. One day at a time. Now, Draft. I know you're making money. If it's worth it for you, it's worth it for you. That's all he's got to say. CNR. CNR. Cornerstone Building. Can I use Robinhood? Gordon, I actually do use Robinhood. I do. Robinhood's one of my other trading strategies. Okay, that other trading strategy gets like 3 to 5% per week. That one's nuts. Great job. 90 minutes, blah, blah. Averaging 2% so far. Dude, do you know what 2% is? 2% is doubling your money in 1 year. That's freaking awesome, dude. Good for you. All right, so CNR is no. All right, here we go. AA. Alcoa. Alcoa, 3710. Ooh, nice. Oh, yuck. Did you like that? Oh, nice. Oh, yuck. Does the numbers work? But we're going to take a look at the chart. Now, the chart's really not that bad, okay? The high of the year way over here, okay? The bottom of the year is here. This is where we were a year ago, and this is where we are now. Not all that bad. Enough to take a deeper look. Okay, so the numbers work, okay? Let's look at the charts. 1 year chart, okay. Let's take a close look at it. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, now a year ago, Alcoa was 39.73. All right, Bird gonna go be a yay. Just guessing. Can you do that in options? Like a lot. I have no idea. I missed those questions. Sorry, let me go back a little bit. All right. Okay, nice. Just writing out of my covered calls each week, how far out. It's all about the numbers, dear. Left Teddy the Gump. Wow. Killing it on a Rule 72, that works. Draft streak is going to break this week, though. 3M got you. Sorry about that, dude. 3M's been in business over 100 years. Beyond going to be yay. Just guessing. You can do that. Okay, whatever. Far left gump, following that. Okay, covered calls. Yep. Teddy the Grump, sometimes in the money, 1% a week. All right, so we're looking at Alcoa. Okay, this is going to be the last one of the evening. Alcoa. Your first book has how many pages? About 35. All the books are really simple reads. Right to the point, not very much fluff in it at all. Thanks, Draft. Beyond has no dividends. All right, that's off the list then. Okay, this is going to be the last one of the evening. Year ago today, 39.57 for Alcoa. We get a double top at 42.19. I'm in biotech girly. Does that industry interest you? Well, I'm going to be totally bad booker. I thought it said bad hooker. First glance, bad hooker. Okay, that's a cool name. Anyway, I don't isolate them that way. I isolate them by when they pay their dividend. Okay, as long as they've increased their dividends for 20 years or more, I'm good for it. Do you know if somebody's using your same name? Yes, there's 12. I have 12 imposters pretending to be me. 12. Okay, so if you really want to talk to me, this is what I tell everyone. There's 12 people pretending to be me. You want to talk to me? DM me with your phone number. I'll give you a call. Don't believe me? Put your phone number in the list. I'll call you. I will leave my number for a call, sir. If I don't pick up, leave a message. Not a problem. Yeah, but it's most fun sector to research. Okay, I'm not in it for research and honey. I'm in it for profits. That's it. I'm 60 years old. I don't want to have to work the rest of my life. Okay, so the money I have, it's got to be safe. It's got to be secure. It's got to be predictable. And it's got to be consistent. Okay, this I do for my retirement. Okay, I can live comfortably off of 1% per week. That's over 50% per year. Over 50% per year so far. Okay, doing rather well. Let's get back to Alcoa. Okay. Just had someone try to send me. Yeah. All right. Okay, on that matter, there's 12 people pretending to be me. I'll tell you right now, I don't do cryptocurrency. I don't. And I don't ask you to send me money. What stock and trades do you prefer? Dividend stocks. All right, Alcoa, high, double high, 42.19. Look like we have a quadruple bottom. Let me read these to you. I mean, that's a nice bottom. Okay, on the 20th, it was 23.26, 23rd, 23.07, 23.36, 23.14, 23.37, 23.51. Yeah, I don't think it's going below 23. Simple lesson, don't trust strangers asking you to send money. Hey, I tell you right off the bat, you want to talk to me, you want to send me money, DM me first with your number. I will call you and talk to you personally. Okay, I'm a firm believer in that. If I can't talk to you on the phone, don't send me money. What are you going to do about the 12 imposters? There's nothing I can do. TikTok won't do anything about them. They go into my channel, they take my videos, and they pretend to be me. That's why I'm here live every night, and I tell people, you want to talk to me, you want to do business with me, send me your phone number, I will call you. Okay, you have a problem with that and you want to send money without talking to me, that's your problem. Okay, I tell people, you want to call me, you want to talk to me, send me a number, I will call you. Simple as that. Okay, so AA, I like it. Look at the bottom. That is a nice bottom. Oh, look at that. The wife's standing right there in front of me. But I'm talking about the stock. Okay, look, it's right here. Look at the bottom. 5 times it hit that bottom.
Still applies.
All right, anyway. All right, so we bottomed out in the end of October. Okay, we ended up the year at 34.94. Yes, you're true. Somebody was pretending, was imitating. He was going to help. He said he would do cash apps. Yeah, no, I don't do that. I don't do cash apps, especially with people I don't know. Okay, now, my the way you do money with me, right here, live trading, it goes right to my Patreon. Okay, and I have well, I just started, so I don't have a whole hell of a lot of people. I think I got 2 to 3 dozen. That's about it. But yeah, we do live trading every day. All right, let's get back to where we were. Because this is the last one for the night. Wife came out for her last cigarette. After that, bedtime. All right, so let's get this one done. We'll go from there. All right, so last 30 days, right here. Okay, see, 30 days doesn't look that bad. Thank you for sharing your wealth of knowledge. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I do find it flattering that I get 12 people pretending to be me. I must be doing something right. Or why would they imitate someone who's not doing well? All right, so 30 days ago, we opened up at 30.38. 30-day bottom was on the 19th. Okay, that was 28.72. Beautiful look at the escalation from the 19th to the 30-day double high right there. Kind of go sideways. I'm a little leery about that because you're looking to get another 30-day high. I'm not 100% happy about that. It's like the lottery draw when you do your last one. Yeah, sorry about that. Thank God Glenn ran into your life. Oh, Gio pasa? Oh, no. Like, I'm assuming that's Italian, and my Italian is so rusty. It's like, all right. Okay, so anyway, don't get me wrong. I like it. I like Alcoa, but look where it is. Okay, you're at your 30-day high. However, it's not the high of the year, because if we go back and look, okay, the high of the year is way up over here at 42. That's the high of the year, 42. Right now, we're only at 36. Okay, so we still have plenty of space to tie up with the high of the year. But how do you feel about that? Okay? Okay, so I don't know how you feel about jumping in at a 30-day high or even a 90-day high, but it's not as high as the high of the year. Okay, so I don't know. But that being said, let's take a look at the seasonality chart. Now, for those of you that don't know what a seasonality chart is, here you go. The blue represents this year. This is this year, the blue. The red represents 10 years of data. So you have 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 10 years. And that red line represents 10 years average movement. What do you think of what the market will do tomorrow? It'll go up, it will go down, and then, it'll go up again, and then it'll go down again. That's all stocks do. They go up, they go down. They do not come to your house. They do not mow your lawn. They do not leave little chocolates on your pillow after they make the bed. They go up, they go down. That's all stocks do. Nope. Ecuadorian parents. I was born in the city of LA. No Italian that I'm aware of. Okay. Sideways. Jonathan, I've never seen a stock go sideways. Really. All right. Do you consider turning off the mirror view to make true lines correct to the viewers? All right, I'm going to give you my answer to that one. Look at this is what happens. Okay, see now, that's the proper way to do it, right? From left to right. Basically the exact way I was doing before, left to right. Okay, however, it looks right for you, but you know what it's doing to me? It's driving me nuts. You know why it's driving me nuts? I got a camera here, I got a camera here, and I got a camera here. These two cameras do not have the reversible option, so I can't reverse them. Okay, so am I going to make you guys comfortable or me comfortable? Okay, terribly sorry. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not that nice. So that's why I leave it the way it was, because it doesn't give me a headache. Okay, so with two cameras going one direction and one camera going the other direction, yeah, no thank you. Draft imposter. Okay, what do you think about hymns? I think they're lovely, especially in church on Sundays, just before we close out for the day. If you have time tonight, all right, no, this is the last one. See, the wife just finished her cigarette. She's going off to the bedroom. That means it's time for me to go. Okay, time for me to go. All right, so let's finish up with Alcoa. Okay, so for the next couple of weeks, okay, April 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 18th, for the next 2 weeks, it's going to the upside. Now, that's historical. Historical. That's 10 years worth of data. That's what it does normally. Does that guarantee that's what it's going to do? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It just means, historically speaking, that's what it's done. It could do it, it could not. But I like it when the trend and historical performance is going the same direction. Okay, so where were we? Back to, here we go. Okay, so look, the trend, let's get into this trend a little bit better. The trend is going to the upside. So isn't the historical performance. Didn't you get enough followers to share your screen now? Yeah. However, I got to learn how to use it. It's another piece of software. Do you see that I write stuff down in a book? Do you know why I write stuff down in a book? because I don't know how to do it on the computer. Okay, I am so old school. I have to write shit down. Sorry, I am trying to learn it. I really am. Okay, but as soon as I learn it, I will start sharing it. Until then, you got to deal with what we get. All right. So, as I was saying, the trend is to the upside. Historical movement for the next 2 weeks is to the upside. That's a good indicator. Now let's look at the numbers. Okay, so I like the 1 year, I like the 90-day, I like the 30-day, I even like the seasonality. Let's take a look at the numbers. I can buy it at 37.10. I can sell the 37s for 63 cents. Now I'm losing 10 cents right off the top. So instead of getting 63, I'm only getting 53. Okay, great. So what does 53 equal? Okay, 0.53, and I divide it by the purchase price of 37, because I already took off the 10 cents. That's 1.43% for the next 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Because remember, this option right here, okay, 12 April 24th, that expires this Friday. So here's the question. Do I like Alcoa? Do I mind buying it at 37.10? Sell somebody the right to buy it from you at 37. Here's the nice thing about it. Do they have the dividend coming up? Hold on a second. Not April. March. Okay, so it's March. So we're not going to see the dividend for Alcoa for 10 more weeks, something like that. 8 weeks, 9 weeks, something like that. Is what it is, but it is a nice company. Okay, and you can get, more than 1%. Or is that 1%? Or was that 2%? 1.43%. All right. That being said, we're done for the evening. You guys have a great night. It's 11:35. Wonderful, wonderful. And now, bye you guys here on YouTube. And bye you guys over here on Chickadee Talkity.